First audio recording ever. How do you dance to that? From 1860. That makes me want to boogie.
Sports games.
Generic intro into that goes me. Here back with another Scott the Woz video. Today we're doing his newest video, which is the annual release by Scott the Woz. This was uploaded a day ago, which is hilarious because one day ago I dropped my very first Scott the Woz reaction, which I believe was game controllers. You want to check out my reaction to that video, I'll leave it right up there. Also be linked down below in the description, and if I watch more Scott the Woz videos, there will be a playlist on my channel with all of my Scott the Woz reactions going in chronological order, which this will be the second video. The support for that video was incredible. It reminding me a lot of like early JonTron videos, also a little bit of Nostalgia Critic, all sprinkled in there, all channels that I'm reacting to, and I have a ton of videos on my channel of me reacting to their content. But it's so crazy because he dropped a video the day that I watched my first video of him. Epic Rap Battles of History drops a video after like almost 2 years of not uploading, as soon as I run out of videos to watch, and Badger drops a video, and everyone's uploading right now, all channels I react to, which is absolute insanity. I read every single one of your comments, so leave them down below. Also shout out to the patrons because they get the videos a day early. 11% of a paywall channel, $3 a month gets you all my reaction videos a day early. Also, I think I'm going to be playing Undertale for the very first time this coming up Saturday on stream. I think it's either going to be that or Resident Evil 4 DLC, but people are really going to have to want the Resident Evil 4 DLC for me to not play Undertale this coming up Saturday at 5 p.m. over on Twitch. You can join my Discord server, get notified every single time I go live on Twitch, which I've been streaming Genshin Impact on Fridays as well. But let's go ahead and jump into the annual release. All right.
Revenue, assets, negligence, debt, profit.
Team, it's been another incredible
My
year
second
here
Scott.
at
Why are they
Business
both
Productions,
buttoned?
Which means half of you are fired.
They're disposable for a reason,
Uh-huh.
sir. Like napkins.
Now that half of our workforce has been
Never
eliminated,
button both.
you know what that
Buttons on a
means.
suit.
It never gets easier.
We can finally afford this informational video on how companies make money.
Hey,
Oh, how you do that?
Scott here. Quick, don't fire half your staff.
I was told not to interrupt them.
Consider releasing a game titled Madden 54.
Uh-huh.
You'll be competition free for the next 30 years.
I used to play
I'm a creature
Madden.
of habit. Every year I do the same thing. I wake up, I say it, I buy Assassin's Creed. I wake up, I say it, I buy Assassin's Creed.
I
wake
haven't.
Up, I say it, I
I've
buy
played Assassin's Creed, but it's
I wake
open
up
world,
and
so
say it,
I got
buy
lost and stopped
Assassin's
playing.
Creed.
There was none in 2016.
The simulation has crumbled. Some video game franchises
Forza.
release a brand new entry every
Does Forza actually do it?
year. And
Those cars are
why
nice,
is
though.
that? Well, it's better than a calendar.
MLB The Show.
In
It's
this
finally on
world,
Xbox.
Nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes.
I should be playing Undertale this Saturday
Let
for the
me
very
change
first time
that.
ever.
You know, it's somewhat
I do
comforting
play
knowing
MLB
you
The
can
Show,
always
or used
expect
to.
the same deal each and every year.
Never played
But
Mario
God
Party.
knows I can't
Didn't know what it
medically.
was.
But oftentimes, less is more.
I don't know what
When you
game
have
that
to wait
is.
A bit longer, it makes a release feel a hell of a lot more special.
It does.
Plus, more time for the creators to work on it.
Yeah, and make
It's a
it different
win-win.
than the last one. Cough, cough, Madden.
The corporation needs consistent revenue growth the same time every
Shareholders.
year. But what are they gonna do? Oh God, I don't know.
Just Dance every
Wait,
year.
A new Deca Sports every
What is
year.
Deca Sports?
Hey, what's that?
That's a train.
Annual releases, because damn, what am I doing in fall of 2054? I'm free! Well, thankfully, Ubisoft will have me covered alongside
Oh,
a string
God.
of other game
Never
companies
played Just
releasing
Dance.
new games in the same series year after year without fail. Keyword being not out. It all comes crumbling down at some point, man.
Does it?
There's no
Hopefully.
way you can keep that schedule up
FIFA.
forever, but it's interesting to see how we got to the points we get. Let's take a look at some video game franchises that pumped out yearly releases because
Money. What was that game?
I'm getting cold.
When I hear annual release, nothing fits the definition quite like
Call of
old
Duty.
yell about shit. Call
The
of
very
Duty.
first
Putting
games
out
I
at
used
least
to
one
play.
new game every single
I
year
stopped
since
playing a long
2003.
time. Long
How the
time
hell
ago.
do you do that?
I think Black Ops
Well,
3 is the
you have
last one I
first
played.
main developer, then the second main developer, then another developer come in to assist the main developer, eventually becoming the third developer with all these outside folk
Yeah.
developing your spin-off side titles until game development becomes so complicated you force every single one of your developers to work on Call of Duty. We got the guys who make Skylanders helping out. At that point, just have the
That's not how
developers
you use a
call their
phone.
mom.
I need help.
Call of Duty had a flow to its
Ah,
development.
dude, I remember.
Infinity Ward would work on a game for 2 years, and so
Yep.
would Treyarch.
Yep.
You could alternate between
Definitely
both for
preferred
yearly
Infinity Ward.
releases.
A million
But
times
as time
better.
passes, expectations rise. More content, better graphics. We need an extra year to develop all this.
yeah.
So in comes Sledgehammer Games to increase that 2-year development to 3. And that
Yes.
worked just
Well,
fine
Sledgehammer,
until
like, helped in-
2023 when they were
helped
finally
Infinity
going
Ward,
to
I
take
think,
a
right?
breather and just release an expansion pack for the game that launched in 2022. Until
Wow.
they ran up to Sledgehammer Games at the last minute and told them to make it a full game.
Oh, did they?
That was a great idea.
They just couldn't
Oh.
fathom a year without a full new
Wait, so
Call
there's
of
been a new
Duty
Call of Duty game every
release.
year,
Think about
even
how
through
disappointed
COVID?
the
That's
fans
crazy.
would be.
This sucks.
Thank God they got Modern Warfare 3.
This sucks.
That's not. Why are you
Everything about
even
this game
calling
feels
it that?
completely cobbled together, rushed out the door. An expansion pack turned full-blown title at the last minute, all to keep with tradition. But
My favorite
in the
is
process, you
Modern
ruin
Warfare
a
3.
legacy, reputation,
Yep.
expectations, the whole package. Now they've had troubles in the past sticking to a yearly
Black Ops.
schedule. Black Ops 4 didn't include a single-player
is
campaign.
that?
They said it was
What?
because single-player was never part of the plan.
I remember when you
This
got
game
Call of
was
Duty
designed
for single
entirely
player.
around the multiplayer experiences because players didn't care about the campaign anyways. If you
That's a
really
lie.
believe that, why did every Call of Duty after this have a campaign?
Uh-huh.
The yearly release feels like it devalues each experience before.
Absolutely.
When you see how much stuff is crammed into
How many
each of
times
these
can you
titles, how many developers need to
redraw
work
the same
on them,
thing?
how these games are designed as if they're living, ongoing experiences, but they just end after 9 months to make way for the next one, it just feels like a waste. Because say what you will about Call of Duty, but they can be truly some of the most AAA experiences in all of
Oh
gaming.
yeah, they're fun.
The
Especially with
presentation,
friends.
amount of content, it puts so many other titles to shame. So to just throw that all away for another one less than a year later,
Yeah,
it's just so
Somebody
damn
said I should live stream me
unnecessary.
playing through
Do
all
we
of them.
truly need a new Call of Duty every year? Oh yeah, as long as my chair keeps getting uneven. But looking at the games as games and not revenue spikes, it's obvious these just don't make sense.
I don't know
as
if anything will
annual
go back, like,
releases anymore. Much like Assassin's Creed, which gave up the,
The
annual
hunt for
release schedule
achievements.
back in 2016. Why and how the hell
Good lord,
did a
I
new
think I played
Assassin's
Assassin's
come out
Creed 2 or
every
something.
year?
I've worked employees.
This franchise felt milked to death, even compared to Call of Duty. At least there, you have different development teams each entry,
Yeah,
6-hour
the
single
games
player
are different. That's-
campaigns, plus
some of
online
them are.
multiplayer. Felt a bit more digestible as a yearly thing. At
Year
least
over
during the
year, they
Xbox
were
360 days. Now, Assassin's Creed, 20-hour single-player campaigns with multiple DLC expansions releasing
Good
into
lord.
the next year with online multiplayer as well. You're
Did anybody
playing
even
this
do the
every
multiplayer?
year?
Done.
Another
Finally.
one.
From 2009
Finally.
to 2015, there was a mainline Assassin's Creed each and every holiday, and for the most part, they delivered exactly what was expected.
And
which
people
was
still bought
comforting,
it?
Yeah, but man, there was practically no time available to evolve the franchise in meaningful ways. There was time,
Oh.
however, to evolve it in dog shit ones.
Uh-huh.
2014, Assassin's Creed Unity.
We almost still
Nearly
waiting on Titanfall 3.
single-handedly proved that yearly releases were actively hurting the series.
That's scary.
No.
That is I.
People are already
Oh,
tired of the
no.
constant games, and you put one
No,
out that
that's a
doesn't work.
nightmare.
We'll get them next year. This was the Yem.
Obviously, this wasn't going to work for the franchise moving forward, prompting Ubisoft to take more time with each entry, returning in 2017 with Assassin's Creed Origins, which definitely felt like that new step the series needed to take. I mean, comparing
remember
this
hearing
to
about
Assassin's
it.
Creed Syndicate is like night and day. This isn't
I couldn't
bad,
tell you
but
anything
this
about 'em.
isn't bad
I-
9. Origins was
I don't
a
even know
breath of
which
fresh
one I
air for
played,
Assassin's Creed.
but I didn't get
Extra
far.
year of development allowed them to create a far more detailed world with deep, richer action RPG gameplay, which they followed up with 2 more entries over a period of 6 years.
Vikings.
But there's so much longer now, and we have to wait so much more in between releases. Gosh, I just wish we're right back where we started. You
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
you'll miss something until it's gone, man. Assassin's
not
Creed
see that
Mirage
person.
in 2023 was a return to the traditional formula prior to Origins. The formula that was used in nearly 10 consecutive entries. Yeah, oh man, we need more of that.
Do
to be
we?
fair, these Assassin's Creeds were damn bloated. I mean, 60 hours? You do so
Ugh.
much else with that time, like procrastinate.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
I feel that
That's why I
Ubisoft
never
didn't really know
streamed
what to
Assassin's
do with
Creed.
the extended development time, other than just make these games as long as possible. Hey, they knew how to pump out a new Assassin's Creed every year. You give
Make
them
it feel like
3
you're
years
getting
to
more-
make one, and they'll just make it 3 times as long. Mirage showcases how sometimes bigger isn't always better. Some people may prefer when things were more simple, though to expect even a simpler experience every holiday, I mean, much like Call of Duty, even more so. Whenever a new Assassin's
like
Creed would
Bioshock.
drop, I felt
Bioshock's
that
great.
severely undermined and
Double
undervalued last
Assassinate.
year's. And why did it have to be that way? What the hell about stealth action adventure games set in historical times screams,
I know what I'm doing for the next 6 years.
Uh-huh.
Ubisoft
Oh, no.
made the right call pumping the brakes here, while also acknowledging that, yeah, while the
And
series has evolved,
Activision
that didn't
still
negate
refuses.
the original style. It's good to have both, just not under the pressure of releasing every single year. Ubisoft has Just Dance for that anyways.
That's
Every
insane.
year since its inception.
Why?
at least
What does this
one
add?
new Just Dance has released because, well, this one doesn't have Mambo number 5. Awesome.
Wait,
But this
so
one
that's
doesn't
what you have to do to
Boogie
get certain
Wonderland.
songs?
Great. But this one doesn't have Mambo number 5. Just Dance is the type of annual release you can understand.
I had
damn
no
well
idea
how
that
and
that was an
why they
annual
put it out
release.
every single year. Now, if they took a year off, I'd be genuinely concerned. Of course, you need to put out a new Just Dance every fall because you need new songs. I don't want to be stuck with.
Can you just... First audio recording ever? How do you dance to that? From 1860. That makes me want to boogie.
Plus some extra gameplay additions and/or enhancements. But let's be honest here. For the most part, what set these games apart from each other was the year they were released in, which is definitely why they started getting named after them. Or there's a few thousand entries I missed. But
Oh,
whenever you
yeah,
see a
this
game
is
like
1,
this,
2,
it's
3, 4,
practically a glorified
2007.
expansion pack. I think we've all had the thought cross our minds. Hey, why not just release a content update for the previous title?
That doesn't
Well,
make enough
Ubisoft
money.
Listen to us.
Oh, they did?
Them. Starting with 2023 edition, Just Dance no longer received a traditional physical release. Instead, you get a download code to redeem a pack of
What?
songs
That's
in the
so
Just
annoying.
Dance app. So, this is no longer an annual
It's
release.
like an editing
It's
software
just
on your computer.
New songs are added to a Just Dance hub with a bundle of them being sold at retail every year. You know, I'm not sure if this was the best move considering most of the Just Dance audience looks like this. Okay, so 3 years prior in the UK, the Wii version of Just Dance was the second best-selling version.
Why?
The Wii version. Then 3 years later, you're gonna ask that same audience to do all this?
Wait, it's making that much money for what?
This is
That's
for
not
sure
good.
a sound concept for the future of
that
Just
a
Dance. When
flying
you don't do a
pufferfish?
physical release, you cut 2 platforms from your support, you remove major features from previous games since this is sort of starting from scratch, you require an internet connection, and you charge a full $60 when previous games launched at $50. What
Wait,
do
they
you
increased the
expect to
price and...
more. But hey, I gotta give Ubisoft credit for taking the logical step most other annual franchises
is this
are too
supposed to be
afraid
for
of.
people in
If your
wheelchairs?
games are glorified song packs
Fair.
anyways, why not just do this? Of course, the logical step for some is boiling water on the crotch for Just Dance. But you
That
gotta
would not be
admit,
good.
This feels like the natural evolution for these things. I may not be a fan of live service games, but they do make sense for some titles. Specifically,
Sports games that have a
now,
monopoly
when you talk to those who actually
on
play
the
these
licensing.
things and ask what's the
I used to play
difference
FIFA,
between
Madden,
22 and FIFA
NHL.
23, they'll genuinely say, graphically, FIFA 23 is better across the board. Better animations, there's new gameplay elements like power shots. These are both FIFA 21. Without little changes outside of the updated players and rosters, one may ask, why not just have one game to evolve and make additions to it through updates and paid DLC?
I'm very familiar with
One may
this.
also ask you to
I
go
haven't played them in
fuck yourself
years.
And spend $70 every year.
Well, at least they asked.
This is how
Well,
these
no,
sports
it's not
games have
70,
always been.
because then they
Let's
make it so you
imagine
have to
releasing
pay-
in any other fashion. But just for a second, picture a game
When was the
simply
last one I
titled
played?
Madden NFL that releases
It's
like
either 18
any
or
other
19.
Madden game. But for the next 3 years, it's updated constantly. Then when the time is right,
They
you
have...
release Madden
Why are you not
NFL
scrambling with Lamar
2.
out the
With
gate?
completely reworked gameplay, enhanced visuals, I mean, it would be a brand new experience.
Uh-huh.
See? Nah, instead, a new Madden game every year for 30
At least FIFA
plus
has
years.
PES.
It's pretty impressive they've been able to keep
Or
at it this
FC
long, especially when other sports games need to
2024.
take a year or two off to catch their breath, and when some of these games are at the quality they are. I mean, Madden 2004 won Game of the Year at the Spike Video Game
Okay,
Awards.
Madden 2004.
2005 won Best Song in a Game for American Idiot by Green Day. This was
Really?
like the best damn franchise of all time. But that was just the cherry on top. The
If you
Madden
watch
08 on
MMG,
top
Matt's a great dude.
God, I love Madden.
Vince
Nowadays,
Young on
seems
the
like
cover.
The franchise is in
Well,
this perpetual state of
I kinda like
60s
football.
on Metacritic. They're more concerned with putting it out every year rather than genuinely improving the
Yeah,
core
they
game.
always try to
The game's so
say
bad
that they
now,
improve
why
and they
do
don't.
keep pumping them out?
I don't know.
I still watch
Now,
MMG
one
and
point or
Bingle,
another,
so...
EA has annualized a handful of their franchises. Need for Speed was every year for a bit
That's
there. So
the
was
first
Medal of
games I
Honor,
grew up
Skate,
playing.
iSims, hell, Hasbro
Never played
Family
Sims.
Game Night.
Never
It's
played
fall
those.
again, bitch. But series like Battlefield are roughly biennial releases, occurring every other year most of the time.
Kind of, yeah.
Doesn't help things. That's
Yeah,
the
no.
schedule
Never played
many
Uncharted.
franchises were on. Seemed like you could always expect a
Never
new
played
entry
Final
2
Fantasy.
years later, especially during the Xbox 360 days. Well, if there's annual and biennial,
That is so
what the
slow.
hell
Holy.
would Guitar Hero and Rock Band be? a spree. But I want to talk a franchise that many didn't even realize was annual.
I've
One
never
that
played
feels
a
like
Zelda
we only
game
get
before.
New games every
I
millennia.
plan on streaming
One
it.
that is considered to be one of the most revered
Which, Saturdays,
series
should
in
be
the
starting
whole
Undertale.
medium.
Crazy Chicken?
August already?
It's The Legend of Zelda. The
I don't know where
yearly
to start with
franchise.
Zelda.
Starting in 2013, there was a Zelda game released each and every year
Money,
until
money,
2022.
money,
Now,
money.
we are stretching things here with spin-offs, remakes, re-releases.
There's a lot of
the works,
Zelda
which,
games.
Hell, does 2012 count since we got Zelda 1 and 2 on the 3DS eShop? 2018 barely counts since all we got there was Hyrule Warriors Definitive
even called
Edition.
Zelda.
But, hey, for nearly 10 years, Nintendo had some kind of Zelda release annually. And goddamn, not even Mario Party did that.
Never.
That's the
Didn't even know what
Nintendo
Mario Party
franchise
was
I
until I watched
immediately think of
Alfred's
when
video.
annual releases are brought up, but look at this. So the first 3 entries were one right after another, but they launched a year later outside of Japan, meaning between Mario Party 3 and 4, there was a gap in Japan, but not over here. So does
What?
this count?
No.
How about the carnival games? Do those count too? Regardless,
I didn't
Mario
know
Party
that.
comes out in bursts. We get 4 straight years of nothing but 1 year off, back again, 5 years gone, Mario Party 9.
5 years
Explain this gap in
gone?
your
Why?
resume. Actually, just flat out explain the
What
resume.
happened?
Starting with Mario Party 9, though, we got annual releases of Mario Party news at the very least until 2018. Yeah, if we want to
Okay.
count getting Mario Party 10 announced in 2014, you
Announced?
might as well count that moment in 2006 when I said the word Mario Party. Damn, this series just won't stop!
But every series needs to at some point, even if it's just for a second. But forcing yourself to release something at the same
Every
time
year.
over and over again gives you no time to
There's any
improve or
correlation
evolve
between which
your
ones
craft.
are
You're
publicly
just gonna
traded
end up
companies.
pumping out the same stuff over and over and over again, and you can end up resenting your work. You no longer look at it as a creative project.
just look at it as money.
As something you have to
A
get
pig
done
bank.
so you can get to work on the next thing. Yes, consistency can be great, and it can be so exciting looking forward to that new release at the same time you're always used to. But I think the health and quality of a brand
And they
is
always do it
more
around
important
Christmas
than
time.
rushing
Or kind of.
something out just to say that you did. Annual releases aren't inherently bad, not at all, but they can become that if you don't just pump the brakes sometimes. Realize
But that
while
costs
these
money to
are
do that.
products, they're also art, and if you start looking at them as just products, consumers are going to start looking at them like that as well, and eventually
People still play Madden?
really stop caring about these series.
Madden
It's all
has
about
the NFL
balance.
rights,
These
exclusive
are
rights.
businesses at the end of the day, but they're businesses in the first place because of the quality and integrity as these games as art. And if you're not willing to see that, stop!
You heard the videotape. Everybody, let's put together something special. Something we're all proud of. Something we're making because
Nah.
we want to. Where's my creative leads?
You fired them.
Oh, yeah.
What a dream! Hey y'all, Scott here.
I can't interrupt him. Oh, the Assassin's Creed. And that is the end of the Scott the Laws video, his newest upload. I don't know. I guess he was like, oh, you're reacting to my stuff? Let's drop a new video. That's what Epic Rap Battles did. They were like, oh, you're caught up on Epic Rap Battles? Let's give you a new one. Russian Badger's like, oh, you need a new Badger video? Done. It's absolutely insane. You all showed so much love for the first Scott the Laws video. A lot of people were telling me I should do his Mario Party videos, I believe, based on the comments. I will probably do that at some point, so stay tuned for that. I hope you are subscribed as we approach 100,000 subscribers. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of talk about video games in the comment section. Let me know if some other ones that he did not mention that do annual releases, and maybe ones that do annual releases that are really good, like ones that are okay with doing it every single year. But I look forward to reading your comments. I look forward to more Scott the Laws. I hope to see you there, but until next video, take care and keep the music.